and today we'll be doing a little bit of a story time video. And this video is going to be about how my hand I almost lost my fingers. So stay tuned for the whole thing. It's a pretty interesting story. I'll try to keep it as not. So now you're telling a story and then you stop and you try to think. I'll try to either cut those parts out or try to keep moving so that way I take up as least time as possible and still let you guys know what happened. So let's go right in. So first of all, let's establish the setting. I'm in not the woods but close. We're in this giant backyard of my grandpa's friend's house, and we're cutting logs for firewood. So we have a log splitter set up, and we're going through chopping the logs, and I get this really weird feeling, and I had it since I woke up that day. And I was like, I don't know, I felt weird about that day. I felt really terrified when I had that feeling, and then because my grandpa's friend was there helping us cut the wood, and he's over there because they had the really long logs because they just chopped down the trees. So he had the chainsaw and he was cutting them into smaller logs. That way we could put it on the log splitter and split them. And so he's over there with the chainsaw, and in my head I'm just woohoo all over the place, and I'm over here getting weird feelings. And so we're just chugging along cutting wood, and we're almost done, and I'm kind of getting relieved and stuff. And I guess a piece of wood went in my shoe or something, so I bent down to get it. I'll try to show you. Here we got the little double TV set. I'll tell you about it later. Probably make a video about that. But so I bend over like this to get the wood out of my shoe. My hand, let me come closer. My hand was between the log, because if you don't know how the log splitter works, there's a log, or there's a wedge, there's a flat place, and a bunch of space for the log. And it's like a hydraulic thing with a wedge on there that pushes against the log and splits it in half. I'm not really good at explaining things, but it splits it in half. If you want, you can put it back on, split it in half for smaller pieces. But yeah, I bent over, and I don't know the chances of this ever happening to anybody else, but my hand was just floating in the air, you bend over and your hand's just there. My hand somehow, I don't know how, I didn't set my hand on the wood or the metal. It just somehow just started floating between the wood and the metal, and it got caught between the wood and the metal, and the hydraulic thing was pushing the wood against the metal, trying to split it, and my hand was between there. Oh my god, I cannot explain. I screamed, bro. Surprisingly, through this whole story, I teared up a couple times, but I didn't cry at all. I was surprised. But yeah. But oh my god, I'm pretty sure I hurt my own ears. I screamed, and I thought I was gonna lose my whole hand, because I had gloves on and my hands were going numb, so I couldn't really feel as much of the pain that I should have, which I'll get to later. But I had my glove on, so I didn't really know what just happened. I honestly didn't even, I was lost to what just happened. So my grandpa takes the glove off, and he takes the glove off, and I look away because I don't want to see what just happened, because I'm afraid my fingers are just gonna fall out of the glove onto the floor. And I glance at it. I take a little peek, and I see all my hand. He held like this, so I couldn't see like this side because this is where everything happened. On the back there was like some scratches from like the wood because my hand got caught like this, so the wood like scratched the back of my hand. But there's like grooves on the metal, so the wood doesn't like pop up and fly out, and that's what cut my hand open. But or fingers open, not my hand. But he had it like this, so I couldn't see what happened over there. All I did was like I peeked over and saw my fingers were still. I was like, oh my god. But I was just so like my heart was like thumping out of my chest. I was freaking out, and like I was trying to like talk, and I was stuttering. I was like, like it was bad. I probably never freaked out that bad in my life, like, cause I play basketball. So if I was missing fingers, like, let's not wishing, but thank God I still have my fingers and they all work, and I have my hands, and I just have this scar, a little scar there. But yeah. So he pulled the glove off. I saw I still have my fingers. I turned my hand around and I see blood just running down my hand. I'm like, oh my god. I I got in the car. My grandpa gave me his bandana that he had on, and I wrapped it around my hand to like keep the bleeding from going everywhere. They finished like packing the stuff up. We drove over here, and we like wrapped it up, stuff, put ointment on it. I took medicine, and then later we went to the local clinic because it wasn't like an emergency room type thing. Like I said, I didn't really cry, but that's because my hand was cold, and I didn't realize that since my hand was cold, it was numb to the pain. And I thought, oh, it must have not been that bad. I probably just got like poked, and it wasn't that bad. No, I didn't feel that much pain because it was cold and my hand was numb. So, boy, did I feel that pain when my hand heated up, and like I said, I teared up a couple times. That's the time I teared up and almost cried. Because I have a really, really, really high pain tolerance. I usually don't cry that often. Like, probably like once or twice every other month. That's when I'm like really in the feels. But I felt that pain. We went to the clinic. I got stitches. I had 7 stitches in. Let me get closer. 7 stitches in this finger. It was from there to there where it split open. You can kind of see the scar. Turn my flashlight on. You can kind of see the scar, and then here it was just like a little poke, so I didn't need stitches for that. But 7 stitches in my ring finger. I could move it that far, and that was it. We got X-rays. Nothing was broken. Thank God. But yeah. So I just had it wrapped for like 2 weeks, and now it's better. Now I have a scar, and now I'm more aware of my surroundings, and now I know to go with my gut feeling. If your gut tells you something, listen. Don't ignore it. I had a bad feeling about that day, and yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna be permanently scarred or not, but like I said, my hands are fine, so I can make videos and stuff. Still play basketball, still do whatever stuff I do, like football, Fortnite, I don't know, recording, like tripod. Okay, I'm not gonna drag this video out any longer, but I pray and hope you guys don't ever have to go through anything like that or feel pain like that. You probably have, and you probably did, but we all go through stuff. We're human. part of life. Thanks for watching, guys.